guys, I hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day. If you're new to my channel, then make sure to subscribe. I am bringing you guys along today in a day in the life with Lupus, pretty much. I'm headed to go in right now and get blood work done. It's probably going to be a lot of things that need to be done. I was taking a look at my paperwork and it involves what's called not just a CBC, which is just a complete blood panel, but I have to get that done. I have to get ANA with reflex, TSH with reflex, complete metabolic panel, a C-reactive protein, sedimentation rate, and then I have to do a P test. And this should be fun. You gonna watch mommy not be scared?
Yeah.
Watch mommy. Mommy won't be scared. Alright, you guys, it's the next day. I am so sorry, but I just was not able to record in the doctor's office. It just wasn't even possible. But I did want to get on here and let you guys know what happened and to share with you some stuff. First of all, I have like a whole book of paperwork that they gave me. Usually when you leave the doctor's office, they give you like 1 or 2 papers, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packets. And all this stuff is it's basically my to-do list, and it's telling me what I have to do next regarding treatment. So I went to a brand new lupus doctor, which is also called a rheumatologist, here in town, and they got my blood work back. I went and I got my blood work done, and they told me the results. They're a little bit concerned about, I would say, inflammation around my heart and inflammation around my lungs. They're also concerned with something with my blood. I have a lot of, I believe they're called NPVs in my blood, and basically they're just large blood cells which can cause blood clotting and things of that nature. And if you have lupus, you're at high risk for a stroke, and so they want to do some more tests regarding that. And then they're also checking my vitamin D levels. My vitamin D levels happen to always be low. They contribute that to the fact that my cells are being broken down at a higher rate. And I mean, as someone with lupus, I just don't go out and sunbathe, and you're really not supposed to just go out and sunbathe. And so I think that has a lot to do with it. So these are all the tests that I have to get done. These are lab work. I have to do ANA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So when I say I have to get 18 lab work done, that just means that I have to go and I have to get my blood drawn again and it's just going to be a lot of vials. I think that it's going to probably be around 15 or 16 vials of blood for this next round, which should be fun. It's kind of weird, but I actually feel better after I get blood taken. I think it's because your body kind of regenerates blood afterwards, so I'm getting like fresh new cells, and they're getting rid of like all my old attacked ones, and so I always feel nicer after getting blood work done. I know, call me weird, call me strange, it's okay, I fit it. So 2 big areas of concern when you have lupus is your heart and your kidneys. And so it's very important to constantly get checked up on that. And my numbers for my kidneys kind of seem a little bit strange at the moment. And so they want to check my kidneys as well. That's what's gonna be checked in a urine test and in a blood test. And then they are checking my heart. So they will be doing an echocardiogram, which is basically like if you've been pregnant and you've had an ultrasound. It's like getting an ultrasound, but it's just on your heart. And they're just going to be checking for inflammation around the heart, and they're going to be checking for different types of scarring. The leading causes of, I guess I'll say, fatalities and in people with lupus has to do with your heart and your kidneys. And so we're just making sure everything's good to go, because I haven't been on lupus medication in 2 years. 2 years this month. And so it's crazy. And so that is what's going on there. And then I have to get an x-ray. They will be doing an x-ray of my lungs. They're going to be checking for fluid in my lungs, and fluid occurs when there's inflammation and stuff around that area. I'm also going to be sent to a dermatologist for that nasty rash that's on my arm. We're gonna get that taken care of, hopefully, and figure out what that is. Fingers crossed I don't have to get another biopsy. Biopsies are just, I've had 2 biopsies. I've had one, actually I've had 3 biopsies. 2 on my back, 1 for a mole, 1 for a skin rash on my back, and then I had a biopsy of my cervix years ago. And so I'm not a big fan of biopsies. I'm actually supposed to go to a surgery cancer center, and that's something I haven't talked about, but I'm supposed to get another biopsy on my body. I'm not going to say where at the moment, but I've been putting that off because I've just been anti anything to do with cancer and any of that. I don't know, I just don't want to talk about that. And I just got a phone call from the rheumatologist office today. They wanted to give me an ophthalmologist phone number to contact because I'm supposed to have an appointment with them. When you have lupus, you have to get your eyes checked 2 times a year because the treatment, the medication causes permanent blindness. And so I'm supposed to get my eyes checked 2 times a year. I mean, my eyes aren't terrible, but they're not great because I was taking the lupus medication for like 4 years and I'd stopped. If you guys don't know, I had stomach bleeding. And so this new rheumatologist, he wants me to get on Plaquenil, hydroxychloroquine again, which is the anti-malarial drug for lupus and treating lupus. He wants me to do that again. And I am just I'm so hesitant. I haven't been on it for 2 years. And I stopped because I started vomiting blood, and it's just, I've had recent ulcers. I think I have a small ulcer now even in my stomach, and I just know that I need to heal my stomach a lot, and I'm afraid that if I start taking this medication, it's gonna make things worse. It's gonna make my stomach worse. It's not gonna be able, to help me get better. And I've been doing a lot of, I don't know, reading on causes of lupus and the new research and stuff that's coming out. And a lot of it has to do with gut health and keeping your stomach healthy. And mine just, I just want to make sure that I try absolutely everything on my end before I resort to medication. And yes, it was brought up to me that taking the medication, it'll prolong my life, it'll make sure lupus is calmed down, but it doesn't take full effect for 6 months. You know, I'd have to wait 6 months. I'd have to be on the medication for 6 months for it to really start taking effect on my body. But I have another plan, and it's some exciting news, and I'm hoping to share this news with you guys possibly this week about what I'll be doing to manage my lupus, and hopefully have just a good outcome with some things I'll be doing. And so I definitely want to try those things before I just resort to, you know, taking medication. But that's what's going on here. I mean, when you have lupus, it's an all organ thing. And so if I have some issues that come up, and you know, I tell them my symptoms when I have a flare, and usually it has a lot to do with my heart and my lungs and my stomach. And so those are the biggest things that I want to check out, make sure that it's okay. I have a huge concern for like the liver and stuff like that. I have a constant bilirubin that's elevated. If you guys don't know what that is, it's an enzyme produced by the liver, and you're supposed to excrete this this bile, this bilirubin, when you go to the bathroom, and that's just not happening for me. And so it's constantly in my bloodstream, and it's not doing good. That's why when I go to Ulta, when I go to Sephora and they try to color match me, I have yellow undertones and not so much pink. And the other day I noticed that my eyes were actually, the white parts of my eyes were actually pretty yellow. So I knew that my bilirubin was elevated, and I'm doing what I can to try to just be healthy and make it go away. If you guys just have no idea what I'm talking about, it's like when you throw up and you have that nasty bile stuff that comes up and it's like yellow. It's that. It's pretty much that in my blood. And if you just imagine the taste of it in your mouth and coming out, and it's just a nasty thing, I mean, it's not something you want hanging out in your bloodstream. And I'm sorry if this is just too much information for you, but this is life with lupus, guys. This is what's going on. You know, you get assigned a doctor, and then they assign you to a specialist for lupus, and then they have to refer you to a heart doctor, to a lung doctor, to a liver doctor, to you know, a stomach doctor. And that's just what happens. And so when I spoke with this doctor, he seemed to listen. He just really seemed like he wanted more information about me. I mean, he hasn't been my only lupus doctor. I've had maybe 4 other ones. And so he wants my history. He wants to know what's going down, you know, the past few years of having lupus. And he wants to just know my history so he can come up with the best treatment plan for me. And that's kind of where we're at. I feel more at ease with having a lupus doctor and knowing that my health is in somebody else's care. I do have to get this 18 things of blood work done, but I have to wait. That's for my own personal, I don't know, personal thing I want to do. I want to wait a little bit because they just got my labs from last weekend, and so now I want to wait, you know, maybe 3 weeks and go get some more blood drawn to show to the lupus doctor, you know, in case things switch up in my body during that time. I just want things to be monitored. I have to see this doctor every 2 to 3 months now for a checkup. I will have to be doing blood work and things like that every single time that I go into the doctor. That's why I am just not scared whenever I have to get blood work done. When I was a child, I was frightened. But now I go in, I get it done, I actually enjoy it. I bring my kids, I expose them to this because I don't want them to be afraid. You know, I don't want them to be afraid of doctors, and God forbid, you know, they have to do something. Now my daughter has celiac, and I guarantee she'll be having to get some more blood work drawn in the future. And so I want her to feel comfortable. You know, if mommy can do it, I can do it. And so this is definitely a part of our family. I mean, I am going to do everything in my power to lessen the symptoms and reverse things, even if that's possible. I mean, I'm going to be doing a whole trial experiment basically on myself and all of our health. I am going gluten-free, I'm going dairy-free. If you have an autoimmune disorder, you know, I'd recommend going gluten-free because that causes an intense amount of reactions in your stomach, and that causes your body to flare up. And so I'm cutting that out, and I am on the road to trying to repair my stomach and get fit as can be. I'm determined. This is my second day of meal prepping. I'm starting a 6-week meal prep program where I'm gonna be eating super healthy, eating 7 to 8 small meals a day. I'm gonna be exercising for 20 minutes a day. I'm going to be doing a little bit more cardio, incorporating that into at-home, you know, workouts. And on top of that, I'm going to be starting everything I can do to lessen or reverse lupus symptoms. And it's going to be anti-inflammatory, and I'm super excited. I'm super hopeful. If you guys can't tell, I've already started doing gluten-free and dairy-free the last week and a half. I would say when Cora, immediately when Cora was like diagnosed, I was like, all right, if my baby girl has to go through this, I'm going through this too, you know. And so I started doing that. Whatever Cora can't have, mommy can't have. And so I started that, and it was like immediately I just had like more energy, and I feel that the lupus flares, you know, I keep saying that they're lingering, but I feel they're totally on the back burner, but down on low, if that makes sense. Like, imagine your burners are on, but you have it on simmering in the back, and now it's just at the point where it's just low. You barely even know it's on. And so that's super exciting because it's only been like a week and a half, 2 weeks of me just doing gluten-free. My aloe vera juice, I bought it this week and I took a drink of it. It was nasty. It got pretty bad. It was disgusting. It was not something I want to drink. It turned brown. It's not supposed to be that color, and so I gotta take that back and get my other kind. But I will be doing my aloe vera drinks in the morning. We will be doing smoothies, juices in between, and I'm so excited. And I don't know if this is something that you guys want to follow with me on, but I plan to document every single day of what I'm going to be doing for lupus, and keeping track and letting you guys know how I feel and if this is working. But that's life with lupus. You know, you gotta accept what's given to you and run with it. I mean, the more I just sit there, I hold on to it, and if I were to complain, I can't grow. That's not fair to me. That's not fair to my family. It's not fair to my kids. And so there's no need to sit back and look at the negatives, because there's no negatives. You know, I woke up today And I gotta be thankful for that. There's no being sad. There's people right now that are taking their last breath. And I'm not. I'm sitting here debating whether or not I should clean up my toddler's bedroom. And I'm saying no, but I'm gonna do it. But I gotta be thankful just to be able to get up and move around and do things like that. But if you guys are excited as me about this new journey and all of this, and if you guys like to come with me to, you know, get my labs done, and you guys want me to update you and keep you guys in the loop about life with lupus and a family with autoimmune diseases, then please comment down below a purple heart. And that'll let me know that you guys are on this journey with me. Okay. If you guys don't know already, if I can get through it, then you guys can get through whatever you're going through that's tough right now. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys all have a beautiful day, and I'll see you later. Bye.
All my life was a fight. Tell me what's wrong when nothing's ever been right. I was abandoned, alone in the night. There was no darkness cause I'd never seen light. Put the past behind me, if I do fall, I'm gonna get up to fight these odds. I won't give up cause I'm too strong. I said I won't give up cause I'm too strong. Nah.